30 bitches in the living room dancing. We be parking lot pimping at the mansion.
Alright, so as the weekend was going by, I had to sit down and do some contemplating for today's video, which was being divided between Yo Gotti's project CM10 and 2 Chainz project Dope Don't Sell Itself. And as you can see by the thumbnail and title, I obviously chose the wrong decision. But I suppose that since I've already been on a shit streak with my last couple of videos, I might as well send myself straight into purgatory with 2 Chainz' latest project Dope Don't Sell Itself, being this mix of old 2 Chainz and new hip hop styles to make something that doesn't fully hit its mark, seeming like this could have stayed in the oven for a bit longer, or maybe should have just never been put in the oven in the first place. Okay, so I don't even know where to start with this project because there's just so many low points to it that I'm just shaking my head while I type this right now. But I suppose we gotta start somewhere, so let's start with the main sauce, 2 Chainz. So throughout this project we're given some prime grade A 2 Chainz bars that makes me want to both laugh and scratch my ears off, such as, and I quote, Italian drip like salad dressing, or more whips than Kunta Kinte.
What?
And it's not that I don't appreciate 2 Chainz novelty bars because it's definitely fun to listen to back then, but I feel like with the change in the state of hip hop from 2013 to now, it's also changed my taste in hip hop, and I also feel as if there's only a certain amount to which you can use those kind of bars unironically, and when listening to this project, that's all I hear and it completely takes away from any effect this project would have. But aside from that, there's also the fact that when 2 Chainz is doing the chorus, they also sound pretty boring, probably because his voice can be so monotone that any form of rhythm and vocalization can come off as pretty weak and boring. Such as on the track Caymans, which can really help to acknowledge the bad execution throughout this project, seeming more like throwaways instead of an actual worked on and mastered project. But as for the production, that was also pretty weak for the majority, with the only beat that caught my attention was on the track Outstanding, that was produced by Hit Boy, so at least there's that, but with everything else it all just seemed all over the place with none of it having any direction. If anything, it was like if I was listening to beats meant for a bunch of different artists instead of 2 Chainz himself, and the only time I can tell it sounds like something fit for the rappers when it sounds like something made straight out of a GarageBand tutorial video. And as for the features, I'm gonna be honest, they seem so forgettable on this project that I had to keep listening over and over just to make sure they even said anything. There was Roddy Ricch on the track Outstanding, and he did an alright job with the chorus, but it's not like it did anything for the song, and the same thing could be said for the other features such as Sway Lee, NBA Youngboy, and Lil Durk, feeling like their verses were phoned in and felt really forgettable. And I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but this is the first time I've heard a completely underwhelming Lil Baby feature. And it's not that it's bad, but I don't know, maybe it's the beat or something, but his verse just feels so off and just doesn't work at all with any part of that song, even if he did try to deliver with the beat that was given to him. But overall, this project was a serious disappointment for me. And when looking at 2 Chainz' previous projects, it's like things only went downhill since Rap would go to the league, with anything he did afterwards seeming like a shell of what was. But to put this on a scale, I'm giving this a strong 0 out of 10, being the first project that I've reviewed on this channel to have the lowest score possible, and being the worst project I've heard in a long while. But how did you guys feel about 2 Chainz' latest album? What would you rate it? Let me know down in the comments while liking and subscribing. Make sure to follow my IG and Twitter. And if you like the illustrations used in this video, make sure to follow the artist as well because she's dope. And on that note, I'll see you on Friday for another album review. Peace.
Fish in the sea.
How do I look, yellow man?
You look like you're about to tell your friend not to come to school tomorrow, man.